What's up, noobs? Today we got some adventure journaling here. This is going to be a long day. We're going to be coming in and out, trying to get these adventure journals done. We've got Fugar's, and we've got the Caffre's journals we're working on. We're on book 3 of the Caffre's journals. So we're going to be here a while, try to get these done in order and as efficiently as possible here. I think we have to get a request from him here. Yep. That's going to send us the Calpheon.
Welcome to Valia. Need to use the storage?
I think this next part is like Caffrey's journal. I think it's like 3 quests or something. I can't remember. Oh, we need to talk to Alliston. Let's see. She's not here. $100 corns. To hand her 100 corns. Then I think Alliston gives us a quest or 2. It doesn't show up though. Maybe we can only do one at a time. Alright, we gotta get some corn. We're gonna go... Where's the best spot for corn? I think down there. We're gonna try to... get this done as effectively as possible. So let's get our gathering outfit on here. Alright. We gotta get 100 corn. So I like doing the adventure journals and cleaning everything out, like a completionist for quests and stuff in games, but some of these are really involved. I think there was an event one I missed. Let's see. Not off to a great start here. think that's funny. Collect 100 corns. Not doing great here. So we're gonna try to bang out as much of the adventure journals as we can. There might be some grind involved, so we might take a break right before that. And I'm gonna be doing some Fortnite later on today. I just had an awful night last night with Fortnite, so we gotta see if we can redeem ourselves there. And we might do some painting too. I'm gonna see if I can get some of my models prepped for painting tonight. I gotta spray paint some stuff while it's still nice out and let it dry for a little while so that we can start painting later on. I gotta work on my D&D character a little bit, some backstory. This cornfield is much more populated. Oh, there's a hard crystal shard. That's always nice. Yeah, this cornfield is much more populated with nodes to gather from. Get a lot of weeds though. Let's see. Does the hoe help us with gathering corn? It does, okay. Yeah, I should have been using the hoe. That's what happens when you don't gather a long time, you forget what tools to use. Probably should get all my... We're almost done, I mean, but let's get stuff on too. Increase our mastery. Should help us out a little bit. I don't mind gathering. I have a ton of energy, so I don't mind gathering, getting weeds and stuff, but we're trying to actually get this quest done. So we don't want to waste time. That should do it here. Let's just finish this row out. Okay. Now we have to hand that in to Zyra. Wonder what the next part was. Some of these aren't very intuitive. You have to figure out a lot of the next steps, so I might have to see like if there's a guide or something to get some of these done. Some of the stuff I figured out a while ago. We have to head to Calpheon for that other quest as well. We're doing 2 adventure journals right now.
You're here for either the flowers or the tools, right? Lumbering axe would be necessary to cut
Okay,
down
so that sends us to Alston. At least that sends us to the next step. And then unlock the quest.
A greater world awaits your discovery. Come look for me often, for your own
Desert Heart Sandstone, Rift, Catalyst Powder, and Blackstone Powder.
Accomplishments are not made through defeating others.
I have. I have Blackstone Powder. I would hate to have to crush a whole bunch of stones. Okay, we have enough Blackstone Powder. We're gonna have to go to Heidel for that. We don't have to go all the way to Heidel. Come on, Hoppy. Oh, the pathfinding is ridiculous, man. Like, this is much quicker to go this way. Why? Alright. We're on our way. There we go. Okay, so this is the Caphras record. 100 Blackstone, titanium ore, and powder of crevice. So powder of crevice and titanium ore. Did I sell it all? Nickel, silver, dark iron, platinum, mythical crystal. Okay, so we might have to buy some titanium ore. How much did we need? I think 100? Or no, we only need 10. Yeah, he's not greedy. Let's grab that. Titanium ore. And not close enough yet. We need powder of crevice and blackstone powder. 1,000 blackstone powder. And 100 powder of crevice. Alright. Okay, blackstone powder times 1,000. And powder of crevice. We might have to get out of storage as well. Let's see. I mean, market. Crevice. There we go. And how much of that did he want? 100? Okay. That's an auto path to him, so we have to manually go back. Alright, so that is the next part. And I think the third part, it looks like the third part will be pretty easy. So this is the third part. This is the second part of one page of one book. The third part, after this, he hands us something. We just got to bring it to one of his granddaughters. And then they turn it into another item to hand back to him. A little back and forth. I don't think we'll have time to work on our season character anymore. We've been kind of putting that on the back burner. I think we're going to have to just not complete it, which is fine. They're not doing another season for a while, it looks like. But we have, decent backup gear for the new characters and stuff that we create. I have to grind and level everyone up to 61 is my goal.
A greater world awaits your
Let's
discovery.
give that.
Come look for me often.
And that. And and that.
The time spent on
Done.
conversation and inquiry
Now we have to go
is
talk to
never
one of
in
his
vain.
granddaughters. I don't know if it matters which one. We're gonna go to the closer one. So let's talk to Eileen here. That was all we needed to do. We have to go back to Alston here and hand him the process thing here.
Accomplishments are not made through defeating others. The time spent on conversation and
Okay.
inquiry is never in vain.
That's in. Okay, that's what we do first. Done. That part was done. Now we have to go out to the water. And then Ellie Island. Alright. So let us get our shark suit on. So we're gonna have to do a little swimming. I think it's not that far, it's right around there. You can actually jump or run around the shore to get there. Oh, we have to go to Ellie Island anyway. We're gonna grab our boat. Let's grab our... the ship quest? What was this one? Oh, all these daily ones. Nah.
If you want to get
Okay.
on a ship, you can register through me.
Get our big ship out. Where was this spot now? Anybody know? Hmm. Okay, it's up. Not too far, is it? Actually, I think it's up here somewhere. Hmm. I think it's underwater here somewhere, right? Does this look like... This looks familiar. Let's see. Something down there. What is that? Is that... No, it's just a shell. There it is. Yeah, a little glowing thing. We got Aurelia. What's this guy here? Giant pearl oyster right here. That's cool. Yeah, I got some lobsters. Yeah, I don't mind if I do. I didn't know one spawned there. That's cool. Alright, we gotta head to Ilya Island and talk to somebody. Diego. Okay. So let's auto path that there, figure out what we gotta do next. Talk to Diego. Talky talk, okay. and then this unlock. After we finish this, it'll unlock book 1. So then we went 2, 3, and 1, and then we're gonna go to book 4. Book 4, I think I need to complete some quests before I can do it. So we'll see how book 3. We'll see how book 1 looks, and then we'll get on Fugar's book here. Yeah, we have. Okay. I think I know where that is. So that's max weight. Nothing that I know of. Yeah, I don't think you really get anything from those. I'm not sure. And I can't see what the rewards here are yet. I'm gonna look it up, but this is just all Caphras, so we just get Caphras stones. I might be able to get 1 level on, what am I working on right now? Let's see. So we just use that to get some contribution. Alright, so I need to... Oh, I'm wearing my gear, no? Okay, so I gotta work on another ring here. I need to enhance with Caphras. I think I have enough crons to maybe try to pen on this again. What do we Caphras? Yeah, so I can get I think I can get level 5 Caphras on this one, but I might try to just focus on the gloves, because the gloves will be the next thing to pen. So we got to get that maxed out on Ron stones. That's going to take so long. A little corn jaunt. We got a hard and 2 black gem fragments. So about 2 million, not bad for 2 seconds of corn. This auto path is terrible. Let's just take over. Alright, we still have to kill some sea monsters. We'll get there, we'll get there. We got a lot to do in this game, so much to do. Can't get distracted doing Caphras and Fugar's adventure journals today. Hopefully they don't expire. Fugar's might end tomorrow. I'm not sure if it does or not, but we gotta get that done. I have just a little while. Okay, we have to get to Diega right there. Oh, brown seaweed, hey. That always gets stuck. Gotta turn this off, man. Alright, so we just got the brown seaweed. Orange seeds, huh? We're just gonna throw those in storage and sell them. Where's my brown seaweed? Just regular seaweed. Meh, that's a waste. Hey, thanks for the follow. Hey, Argo, what's up? Thanks for the follow, buddy. Okay. Wish for Kafra's love. Okay, that's an odd spot to go on this island. Overlord? I've never played Overlord. I don't know if it is. Let me see. It's the is it an anime? Here, let me see. So it's like an anime movie, right? If it's about like medieval fantasy MMO grind, then yeah, this game is just grind, grind, grind. If you're talking about storyline, this storyline on this game is like all over the place. But in general, you wake up with no memory, and you have this dark energy power, which is this little guy here. He's not a little guy anymore, but he used to be a little guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are a lot of classes in this game here. I have one of every class right now I'm working on, trying to level up. So these are all the classes. 22 classes, yeah. Looks like 22 classes there. And some of them are very similar. But that's definitely a cool anime that you put me onto there. I gotta check that movie out. Is it just a movie or is it also a series? I gotta go back and talk to her. 3 seasons? Alright, that's not too bad. I can probably grind that out in a weekend. Okay, maybe not. 24 episodes each. Yeah, that'll take me a few days, maybe a week to get through all that. Gaffer's book. Okay, this unlocks the last book here. Tandem Relief. Tandem of the Journal. Okay, that unlocks first book. The second season. Let me check this out. Overlord. I'm gonna get this pulled up so I remember. Trampled Earth, new adventure unlocks. Just popping off over here. Look at this. To reef, that's easy. I have to go all the way to Valencia. This is the one. Then I have to go back to the tree. So I have to go to Valencia eventually. Okay, this game, Black Desert, is an MMO. So there's a lot of grinding to level up. So you have your level here. It is also broken down into different experience categories. So you have your skill points experience, which you level up to unlock skills and put points into different skill trees. So you have different skill trees here. So obviously with the 22 classes, all of them have those different skill trees to go through. Makes them a little bit different, but there's obviously, OP ones. We also have energy, which you unlock by getting knowledge, just by interacting with things in the game and doing quests. Energy you need to do crafting and gathering and stuff. And then you have your contribution points experience bar, which is for doing quests. That gives you contribution points to invest in nodes, and like we can buy like storage space in this town here, all this storage space. And then nodes are little areas where you can gather. So we go here, we can gather iron ore and stuff. We have workers in there. Then there's also skill experience. So we have all our different skills, life skills, these called. So you can participate in these to make money. Best one is barter. So you got to get a boat to do bartering. And this is our main character sheets here. So we'll open this up for you. Our inventory. This is all our gear, and this is our main character sheet. The biggest things to look at are your gear. So in this game, it's all about enhancing gear and leveling up. For example, let's put on. You can see our attack power, awakening power, and defense power here. That's because my main weapon. This is pretty high because my main weapon is in my hand. These are all enhanced items, so you have to level these up by using items. Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is the name of the game? I'll have to look at the lore of that when I start watching. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the main thing in this game is gear. So you have to level up your gear to actually be good. So you can be, max level, which there isn't a max level right now. But if you were max level, it doesn't mean anything unless you have the gear leveled up. So your gear score is very important. Like you see these numbers on here are Roman numerals, obviously. So you have, let me see if I have a base level item. I don't have any base level items on me, but base level items would not have a number. But when you enhance, you then go up. You have level 1, which they call Pry. Then you have level 2, which is called Duo. I have a Duo somewhere. I don't know. But then you have a level 2 is Duo, level 3 is Try, etc., etc. So the highest level is 5. But to get there, you need to just use so much resources in the game. Like these stones you find here that are expensive, you can find them. You have to combine them with other items to enhance weapons and armor. Accessories like the earrings, rings, and stuff, those you need to smash together. So you need 2 earrings to make a level 1 earring. So not a base level. Because base level is the beginner level one. You need 2 of those to make a level 1. It's very confusing. So there's so much going on in this game. So to boil it down, if you're gonna play this game, you want to just do the main quest line. So you do the main quest line, it'll give you decent gear that you can get by in the game, and then from there use your money to buy the materials you need to enhance other gear. So in some summation of what this game is, it's a chore. It's a lot of grinding, and it's very frustrating. So when you get something enhanced, it's very satisfying. So like when you have higher level items, it's very satisfying. But to get there, I was trying to make like this earring here. I was trying to make one of these earrings here, and I lost so much money trying to make one of these earrings that it would have been better for me to just buy one in the game than to just make it, because the RNG in this game, the random number generators for your chances to obtain something are very, very low once you get to higher levels. So there are people that like a way higher gear score than me that have been doing this, you know, full time. I'm a very casual player, and I like to do like a lot of the questing, adventure logs. So that's what I'm doing today is adventure logs and knowledge stuff. So like the questing, unlocking areas, and learning about everything in the game is what really I'm about. Not a great summary, I guess, but if you have specific questions, I'd probably better answer that. In general, it's a very difficult game. For example, right now, I'm not sure where I need to go next for this adventure journal. So we have our adventure journal. We just completed book 3. And that unlocked book 1, which is funny. Somewhere near the desert, I think. Lethragon. So Lethragon, we can probably find him. Let's see. He's an NPC. Lethragon. Olin's Valley. Okay, so we've pinged him up. We are... Oh my goodness, he's so far away. Okay, he's in this underground. There's like a underground like library temple here somewhere. I wonder if I have a character down there. It'd be easier. I do have her down there. So let's... That might not work. Sometimes your characters can't interact with certain things unless they've completed the quest line. So my main character is the only one that has everything unlocked right now. So let's go with the main character. I might actually do attempt there. Let's just switch over and try it. It would save us so much time. I don't think she has any gear on her or anything. But then if she gets killed by mobs or anything, it won't matter. Do you play any games like this? You know, do you play any MMOs like World of Warcraft, anything like that? It's easier to compare this to like an MMO if you've played one. It's a lot like a mash between like original Ultima Online and MMO, but like to the 10th scale. So you have to do a lot more. I wonder if she has a horse. I didn't check before I switched over. It was right on the icon. Let's find that guy again. Much closer. Unfortunately, I don't have a horse. We have just generic gear. I mean, we should be able to survive. Just don't have a horse down here right now. I hope we can get there with this character. Wait, was that a new herb? I need to make sure I unlock everything here. No, this is a regular wild herb. Nothing special there. This character can jump off of mountains and stuff, so it's nice to use her down in the southern regions where there's a lot of mountains and drop-offs, just to make it a little quicker to travel. Okay, so we're in Olin's Valley. So I got that bookmarked. I'm going to take a look at Overlord when I get a chance. 1,000 classes. And that, oh. Well, yeah, I mean, there's quite a few classes in this game. And there's 22. Obviously, that's not a lot, but they have this, subclasses when you can change what skill group you're under. So almost all of them have 3. So that'll bring you, 66 classes, a little less because I think the new ones don't have 2 of their options yet. So like when they come out with a new class, it takes a little while for them to flesh out the whole advancement. I gotta be careful with these stone monsters. These things can kill me in one shot. Alright, here's this bad Larry. He's doing something here. What is he doing? Okay. Well, that's not cool, so which one were we on? Kafra's record. Okay, Kafra's. I mean, that's Lethragon Elder. I don't know if this is the right one though. Ah, shoot. Lethragon. Let's see where Lethragon is. Ah, Lutragon. Did I? Is that a typo? Yeah, this is Luthragon. It's supposed to be Letragon, not Luthragon. See, this is Luthragon. So, this is not a guy. Maybe it's the same guy. He's going by a surname or something like that, but that's dumb. What was the next part of this? I wonder if I can do this on another character. Is anybody in Idol? Okay, so there were like tiers. The classes would like tier. Additions of previous working like a tree. So you would have a character you'd start with, and then you would branch off, and it would change as you progressed. I'm not on Discord at the moment. Let me see if I can fire it up. I thought I had it linked below, but maybe I don't. Discord. Yeah, let me get it opened up. Hold on, bud. Okay, let's see. Disable streamer mode. I will put my Discord in chat here, okay? And you could tell me all about this. That's my Discord, and if you want, I'll invite you to my Discord channel. That is just a generic chat channel right now. I have to switch characters again. Let's go to my shy character. Okay, where's my donkey? There he is. Let's go, donkey. Donkey. We have to feed the donkey so we can make it all the way over to where we're headed. This is gonna take a friggin' while here. Let's see, we need to also know first. We might as well just do a straight shot here. No, I need to stop here actually. Let's go here, in case I need to feed the donkey again. Wait, do I need anything else before I go? Do I need anything else before I go? Just got a bunch of junk on us here. Now we should be fine. Hopefully we can survive. But, we got some potions. Alright, we got potions. So, let's see. Yggdrasil is the game here. Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil game. Overlord fandom. Yggdrasil game. Yggdrasil. Fictional online game. Dive Massive Blade multiplayer online role-playing game. Okay. Its degree of customization made it so popular at one point the word DMMMORPG was practically synonymous with Yggdrasil. Okay. Oh, so it was in the series. It was like a lot of them played that game, and then it was near like the end of the life of the game. Do I have any keys on me here? I should try to carry keys with me where I go. Nope. Junk, junk, junk. Alright, let me get you. Add you to the Discord. Let's see. Home, friends. Friends, add, Bing, paste. Oh, it doesn't like the paste, so let me type it. Of course, I can't type today. Okay. There is a friend request sent out to you. And we can be Discord buddies. Okay, I gotta change this here. This has got to be mission, private channel. That's a private channel. Incoming call from my buddy Apex Fluff. What's up, buddy?
Not much.
So tell me about this game that's inside of this huge series that I have to catch up on now.
Yeah, but season 4 was meant to come out 2020, and then the whole coronavirus thing happened.
Yep.
And so it didn't come out. It was suggested to come out. I'm pretty sure it was either spring or winter, 2020.
Okay. So we're looking at the end of this year or later.
Probably. It was meant to come out 2020, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they finish it off, man. I hate when series don't finish, so that's just a letdown.
Yep. But the mechanics of the world. It was a dive MMORPG, as you have read. It's dive MMORPG basically means a full dive game.
Yeah, I was just reading a little bit on that.
Yeah. Dive means full dive, or basically you become part of the game.
Yep.
I highly doubt it will be finishing anytime soon, though, because it has the light novel version of Overlord has I believe it's 68 odd books, and generally one book is one episode. I'm pretty sure it has 100 books.
Are these books that are part of the written manga for it, or is it the part of the fictional world?
The books are part of the manga, except for they're a light novel.
Okay.
So they're written
Not
an actual book.
Yeah. So they're just short stories and not not like a whole encompassing, 60,000
I mean, I
page
have
adventure.
book one, and book one's like a 200-page book.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I
that's
wouldn't say
it's
it- I
like a
wouldn't say it's-
novella.
Yeah. But people usually call them light novels because it's it's a 5-chapter book, and each chapter has, I think, 5 chapters in it.
Okay.
So it's basically like dividing it up even greater so that it's easier to read.
Okay, makes sense.
But the mechanics of the world are very interesting because in Yggdrasil you had 1,000 classes, and actually, let me see if I can get my book real quick. Ow! And then I can read you one of the character stat blocks. Alright. Let me open the back of my book, because this will also help me to describe it. And oh, never mind, they're called character portfolios. Whatever, anyway. So,
Same thing.
for example, one of the characters, which you meet in literally the first episode, Aura, has level 5 in Ranger, level 5 in Beast Tamer, yes, Tamer,
Uh-huh.
Tamer, level 5 in Shooter, level 5 in Sniper, and then level 10 in High Tamer. So,
Okay.
and that's one of the NPCs. However, if I give you the stat block for the main character, also known as Momonga or Einzelgone, they have 15 levels in Skeleton Mage, 10 levels in Elite Lich, and 5 levels in Overlord. Now those 3 race levels, or basically like your class, are progressing off of each other. So as you can, basically what I'm trying to go, if I don't have a stroke, what I'm trying to get across is, so lower complexity classes, you can put more levels into. Like for example, Skeleton Mage, you can put 15 levels into. Elder Lich is a more complex class, so you can only put 10 levels into it. And then Overlord is even more complex and more powerful. That you can only put 5 levels into, but it grants you a lot more capabilities.
Okay, I see. So, it's certain combos unlock certain things.
Yeah, and and that's only 30 levels. He has 10 levels put into something else that you cannot know from his character portfolio. Because he has 40 levels put into his race levels, and he has 60 levels put into his class levels. However, we're only able to see 20. And he has those 20 levels in Necromancer and Chosen Undead.
Okay, no, that's way more involved. But I'm sure that each of those abilities has each of those classes levels has certain abilities attached to it as well. So there's even more involvement into each selection you pick in each combo. So
Each level you put into a class, the more abilities and other capabilities that class can give you.
Yeah. So at most in this game, there's the main talent skill enhancement, or its main awakening, and they call it succession classes. So you can pick either awakening or succession on a character, or you can just not pick, but you don't get the abilities.
Two type of things you have are race levels and class levels. Race is, well, what the race of your creature you chose is. And then you have your class, which is whatever job or occupation you chose.
Mm-hmm.
Which in the case of Momonga, the job or class that he chose was a spellcaster, or a caster to be more specific. Because
And he
in this
focuses
world,
on like necromancy and stuff, right?
yeah. Basically, in this world, you have 4 different types of categories. Everything fits into one of those 5 or so on categories.
Mhm.
In the case of Momanga, he fits in the category caster.
Hmm.
He specializes in instant kill spells and necromancy or summoning spells.
Mhm. So he caster, subclass necromancer, and then subclass instant kill, something like that.
The description this book gives for him, I will say word for word here. A caster with ultimate power who appears as a skeleton.
So he looks like a skeleton.
Yeah.
And he's the main character, or is he?
He's your main character.
Ah, okay. So we're watching like a show about like the uber strong, like he's got all the abilities already.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have all the abilities. He's just a level 100 or maximum level you are able to become in the game.
Yeah.
Because if you had all of the abilities, you'd be considered a god among this world.
Okay.
And if you want, I can tell you a little bit about the magic system.
You can tell me about the magic system.
All right. So the magic system works as in tiers. So you have tier 1 through, I believe it's tier 1 through 7. Either 1 through 7 or 1 through 10. I forgot at the moment. And then, after you reach tier 10, you go in either tier 7 or tier 10, you go into super tier magic.
So that's after the max level.
Yeah. And then after that, you go into God tier magic. And then after that, you go into world tier magic. World tier magic is magic that is able to physically change the properties of the world itself.
Does any obviously I'm sure they do because they have it specified. Does any of the characters in the series have that? Do they fight those characters, or what do they do?
Sadly, not.
Not yet.
Yeah. I will not spoil anything for the story, but I can say this, and it will be vague enough that it won't be a spoiler. They did, at one point in time, get suspicious of someone having a world tier item.
Okay.
I will not tell you what that item was, or who they were suspicious of, but they were worried about that existing.
Yeah, because there's not really much they can do about that if somebody was evil, right? So that's interesting. Now they left off season 3. Do you think how many seasons they were going to go? Did they plan, or did they just go in season by season?
I'm pretty sure they're doing it season by season. I don't remember though.
So yeah, they don't know in advance how many they're going to do.
Yeah. They might know. They might have just not told the press.
Yeah. Is that your favorite one? Is that just the one that you're using in comparison to the game that I'm playing?
It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
And I heard from someone who also has it as one of their favorites and is a YouTuber that this game is a lot like that.
I mean, not nearly as involved, but it's probably as involved as they're willing to make a game with the resources that we have now. I think if they tried to do something like that, there would be so much involved. Like here's my skill list. You'd have obviously a huge tree here, you know?
I kind of want to try and make a game like Yggdrasil.
I think if you did a pixel game, you could probably do it, because then the resources wouldn't be so hard on the system. Because when you're
it
doing,
wouldn't be that hard on the system.
well, you'd have to have so many files in the game, and if you did like a pixel-based, like a Final Fantasy pixel, like a throwback, you could have all those things with spell effects and stuff that merge, that some of the same spells, different spells, sorry, use similar mechanics and similar graphics, that you wouldn't have to have so many files. But doing something like that in a game like this, you'd have to have like a dedicated hard drive to something like that, It's like the amount of animation you'd need to have with all that customization would be so many files. I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure there's people working on it, but I'm not willing to spend, like $1,000 on a system that only runs that one game.
Yeah.
Or maybe I am. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the lore in this game that these people like, it is a dive. You said it's a dive, so I'm sure there are people who would do that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would do that.
Probably that if it was on a full dive system, it could run other games. But the interesting thing is, I bet you at some point in time, every household will have a supercomputer. Which means it would be no problem to run this kind of game.
Yeah.
What are you banking on?
I agree. I think eventually, yeah. I mean, they're not just baseline computers right now are not too expensive. Obviously, getting those graphics cards that are hard to find are going to cost a lot of money, but technology advances to a certain level that those prices are going to be attainable. Those items will be attainable at much cheaper prices. So I think eventually it will happen. And you see, I think with consoles like obviously have a much higher capacity with a lower price, so they can accomplish very close to what really good computers can at
the main
much
reason
cheaper
why
price.
consoles are generally run better than PCs do when it comes to the games that they have is because they're able to basically specialize the graphics and requirements for said game.
Yeah, that's pretty much
said console.
That's what they're for. Yeah, so they're building that game for that console. Computers have to do a lot more, like browse the internet, download PDFs of fanfic for Overlord. You gotta be able to stream your best. Stream your favorite animes too. So we got a lot of devices in our house, and eventually I think that people are gonna be, like you said, they're gonna have the ability to get these much better PCs.
But
I gotta find this.
if you could grossly oversimplify this game, you could definitely make it capable for anybody to get this game and run it. Either that, or we could just figure out a way to compress code more efficiently.
Yeah, I mean they already have options in, like this game, for example, to lower the strain on people's computers. They have options to make a certain quantity of players invisible, like within a certain range, so you're not seeing every other player.
So basically, like reducing your what is it called? Render distance.
Yeah. So, and you can lower settings, but you can also lower the impact that other players have on your surroundings as well. So
yeah,
they added that somewhat recently, maybe a year or so ago. So they're giving options for that.
However, I bet you if I was going to play this game that you're playing, I'd probably play as a sage.
It is a very good game. I enjoyed it immensely. Like I was saying before, it is very frustrating trying to advance in the game, but if you're smart and
If you're willing to
methodical,
grind, it's going to be a game that's a lot of fun.
oh yeah, if you're willing to put in the grind, it's very easy to get either the money or the items to advance easily. But there's still the RNG. Like even if you do that, there's still the RNG. So it's just getting dedicated. Early on, I was like really dedicated when it first came out, and then I was like, this is just too much. So I started doing more of the AFK, just fishing, and just continued on with like the questing stuff, trying to unlock as much of the knowledge in the game as I can. Because I play a lot of different games, so I don't have the attention span to dedicate to one game, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it is my favorite game. I definitely play this game I played this game probably as much as I played Ultima Online. Was my first MMO, and it was one of the first big ones, and I played that game non-stop for many years. So I always compare things to that for the nostalgia factor of what can actually keep my attention. And I've played this game more than World of Warcraft. You know, I played World of Warcraft a lot, but I've played this game more, way more.
Well, do you think you'd ever get back to no-lifing it?
No, I don't think so. Like I have a family, I got a job, and don't really have the options to do that. But you know, if I get more free time, obviously I'm gonna just put more time into it. It's like I'm trying to work less and have more free time, so I can spend more time, you know, gaming and with family and stuff. So obviously, that'll increase. But not no-lifing it. Like when I am on vacation, I'll no-life it maybe. When I have a week off, I'll just be like, all right, let's play this for like 48 hours straight. Or if it was like my job.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, no, I mean, if it was like, you know, there's streamers that do, you know, obviously they do this for a living. Obviously that would be something I would do, but I don't see that happening. I'm just doing it for fun.
I mean, I bet you it could happen. You just got to basically get your audience larger, and then you'll have no problem.
Yeah, no, I mean it's possible. I'm just not. It's not something that I'm like, okay, this is what my goal is, because I'm not optimistic about that. I'm, you know, setting my goals. I'm setting my goals
the best
in.
thing you could do is hope for the best and expect the worst.
Yeah, I manage expectations, you know. So
because
like
once you become viable, basically pay your bills, no problem off of Twitch. That's when you could quit your job. No problem.
Yeah. Okay, this is the entrance to the town.
Yeah, I'd say wait.
This is the entrance to the town I need to go into. But this is an evil player's town. So if I go in there, the guards will kill me. So I have to go around town to find the other entrance.
That's no fun.
Yeah, I found this on accident. The first time I found this area, it was an accident. And I ran through town, and I'm like, why are these people chasing me? Like, are these mobs? Are they monsters? And it was the town guards. And I was like, I can't kill them. So I was like, run away. And then I figured out what the town was. It's for, you know, evil players. So if you're red in the game and you're a player killer, you can go into this town safely. It's also in the middle of nowhere. So it's like literally nowhere.
I don't like the idea of a game making it viable for people to PK. Or I should say, not viable, but to support PKing.
Well, they do have... I haven't followed it, but I think the consequences are still pretty harsh. So if you die to a monster while you're red, like you're an evil player, your gear can get destroyed. So it is pretty bad. But there are players that are just permanently red, and they do fine because they're such high gear score, they don't have to worry about it. And you can make other characters to do all your work for you. So if you make, say this guard's attacking me. So, you know, you can make other characters that are not red. It doesn't make your account red, just your one character. So you can make other characters that can go into town fine, and then your one, you know, murderer character can just hang out and get all his gear and stuff from your other characters. So that is like a loophole that doesn't really punish them that much. But it's not there's not as much of that in this game. Well, I don't encounter much of it, but also you can just leave the server because you can move characters from server to server. It doesn't take you anything or resources or hurt you in any way. So you can just be like, all right, I'm gonna switch servers so this guy doesn't keep chasing me.
What would be interesting is if a game made it to where there is only like one server in an absolutely massive world, and you just had a very, shall I say, limited render distance. Like, let's say it's like a 900-kilometer world. You only have like a render distance of like half a kilometer.
Okay. Yeah, if they cut it down. I'm not. Yeah, so it's more like you'll hit server boundaries in certain games, and you'll have like a little
No,
lag
like,
spike or something like
Every
that.
single player is on one server, or like the servers are basically shared.
Right, but what I mean is there are games that have like server boundaries. So while you're on the server, there's like an invisible line for like zones that are powered by different servers, so that you're in one world.
It initiates a loading screen to go into a different server.
It wasn't a loading screen. It was like it was not seamless, but it would like sometimes lag like a millisecond when you hit that line.
Okay, cool. Basically, as it switches your server.
Yeah. So it was like Ultima Online did that. They had different servers as well, though. They explain that a certain way, though. They say, okay, the different servers are the different shards of the world, because the world was like kind of destroyed and split up. So it was like copies of the world, but they were all slightly different. In this game, every server is exactly the same. So it's just, for capacity, that's all. But they do. Oh, actually, no. I lie. So there are the servers in this game. Let's see. Let's go to. I can't do server change in the middle of the game here. Server change. So we go to server change, and all the servers are not exactly the same. Some of them are Elvia realms, which have like mobs in certain areas that are buffed up, and then there's PvP servers, and then there's beginner servers. So there are like some variations to it for catering to certain players.
Do you think at any point in time this game will try and combine all of those?
Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think it would work with how graphics intensive this is. If this game was going on for like, another 20 years or so, maybe the computers would be able to handle that, like we were talking about earlier.
Well, I bet you if people like, streamers intentionally made sure this game was popular, yeah, it would happen.
Yeah, I mean, there are games that are way more popular, like World of Warcraft, obviously, and they still have servers, and those are dedicated servers though, so you can't switch from one to the other without paying a premium. This one is more just for capacity, and they have a little bit of variation to what some servers do. So you can switch. I can just take this character and move to another server right now, and I can jump back in 15 minutes. It's not really a problem. Can't get up this mountain. But I think that obviously with the capacity limitations for if they did limit render distance even like immensely, enough people can get into one area to just crash the server, just all do their ultimate attack power at once and just crash the server. I'm just gonna have to run through the town. It's gonna be dangerous here. These guys are gonna attack me. Yeah, I can't find the other entrance, so I'm gonna have to just run. Oh, I forgot where I need to go though. It's like over there somewhere. Shoot. Okay, is anybody attacking me right now? See, I can't even talk to this guy because I'm not evil.
Well, I guess what you could do to prevent that kind of chaos from happening is make... So, like, for example, if you're all on one giant map where all of these servers are just continuations of each other to a different part of the map, what you could probably do is have a designated limit, and then you just have like multiple stacks of servers, so that if one room gets maxed out, you can just send them to a different layer of that same world.
Okay.
And if, like, for example, if a world would be maxed out from a party entering that world, you'd send that party to another layer.
Okay.
And then you could, let's say, have each quadrant of this massive world have a, like, let's say, a 20-person limit.
So kind
Do
of
you think
like
that would
like
fix it?
instancing areas, like you were saying, loading screen maybe, and it's like another instance area. So it's
Yeah.
the same server, but whoever's in that zone is all on the same server.
Like, take a page out of, like, Realm of the Mad God's book. If you don't know what that is, Realm of the Mad God is a pixel art game that has an area called the Nexus. And then it also has portals to other parts of the game, which allow you to fight enemies.
Okay.
It's a roguelike survival game where if you die, you lose all of your items.
Okay.
But you could take a page out of its book and have different instances, but they're all part of the same world. And
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of probably mechanics they could try out. I'm trying to think of a game like that worked well that was like that. I just can't. I don't remember how Guild Wars worked. Like, because Guild Wars had, I don't remember if it had servers or not. I haven't played it in so long. Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2.
I mean, I doubt.
It was much less game intensive, like much less hardware intensive. It looked like, I don't know if you've played or seen them, but they look like, Dotas and stuff. So way that like bird's eye view down on the screen, much lower graphics.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt there's anything like Black Desert Online, or what I mean by that is like anything with Black Desert Online's kind of system and graphics with that the type of game mechanic that I was talking about.
Yeah. So, like, what was Ragnarok Online like? Was that servered? Like RuneScape and stuff. Like those games, low graphics intensive. I'm sure one of those games could probably manage to do something like that. Like RuneScape had a lot of skills too. Like a lot of skills in the game that
I bet
you could
you
level
this
up.
game could do that. Could do what I'm talking about.
I think if they overlapped a lot of the stuff, like they could use some of the animations, recycle them and use them for other abilities on different classes, and just like change the whatever weapon or change the obviously what tune you're using, what character class you're using. And you could probably do it, like I was saying, with like you'd have a ton of files if you did like so much customization that every class, every option was different completely. You'd have so many files. That's the only thing. Your game would be just massive. But I think if they reused things, maybe just had like a color variation, stuff like that, if they were really creative with it, they could probably get away with it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I mean, I bet if you were able to, like, for example, simplify polygons in this game, and then you could probably use at that point you could probably use completely different models.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I don't know enough about programming, but I know that like rendering something a different color could make some of these skills look completely different.
Yeah.
Because the reflectiveness, like there's a lot of like reflectiveness and like shine to things, and all you'd have to do is edit those slightly, and it would make the abilities look completely different. Keys. That's it.
I mean, for any magic, you could probably just use the same type of, like, for example, a runic symbol, and then change the end result of that runic symbol with like a different color for the runes themselves.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you'd be able to compress it a lot.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm sure there are people who would get dedicated enough to just buy something that was just for that. You know, like I'll buy an extra hard drive for just this one game. You know, the prices are going down constantly, so if something came out, I'm sure shortly after people would be able to afford whatever hardware they require to actually run it, if it was good. So like if the game was like halfway decent, like I've always been looking for a game that was more customizable like that, with skills and stuff, because again, Ultima Online was one of my first games, and that had a lot of different skills. So you could do, you know, you were a swordsman, or you fought with a mace, or you fought with a bow. Those were all not attached like a lot of games where it's like, okay, you just hit somebody with the same weapon. It doesn't require skill. Even leveling up your spell casting, and then later on they added subcategories to that, like your focus and stuff. So there would be different sub abilities that would affect your main ability as well. And there, you know, like Skyrim, obviously you can level up a whole different chain of your abilities, and you can open up different talent trees. It's not as immersive as what we're talking about, but
At the time when Skyrim did come out, though, I will admit, it was revolutionary.
yeah. The only thing is, it's a single player game.
Yeah. But revolutionary nowadays, especially if you want to like have Skyrim standard like graphics quality and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably make a game no problem. Especially considering how if we used the standard of quality for like graphical complexity of Skyrim, and you did your game like first person,
Yeah.
you'd have no problem running a massive multiplayer online game, especially with like Yggdrasil's kind of engine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at it, the engine a lot of games use, the Unreal Engine's been around for so long that most computers can handle that no problem without any kind of graphics card or anything. Like my laptop can run this game, not well, but my laptop can run this game, and I bought that, you know, 9 years ago, and it'll run the game enough for me to log in and move around a little bit just to do some basic stuff, but I couldn't actually play the game if I wanted to. It just runs the game. But like that's with no investment. It's just buying a laptop off the shelf for a couple $100. What did I need to talk to here?
I get that. And if technology keeps progressing at the rate it is right now, yeah, we'd have no problem making like an Yggdrasil on like a desktop computer in like 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm. Ancient Magic Tome. That is... I think it's here somewhere. Let's see.
And considering how, you know, iPhone keeps releasing a new phone practically every other month.
Yeah. And it's a huge investment. People are going crazy. They'll buy a new phone every year to replace their phone that's exactly the same. Hmm.
I don't understand why people are willing just to spend so much money on something simple like a phone, especially when you had one that's already working beforehand, and then you just buy a new one because it's oh wow, it's new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't discourage people's pastimes if that's what they enjoy, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But like, if they find enjoyment in that, I'm like, cool. If they do it instead of doing something they need to do, like if you're going to buy like $1,000 phone instead of paying it around time, that's that's a problem. Oh man, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. This is interesting. Unlock the seal of the ancient spellbook in Tarif. Oh, okay. So I can't do it with this character. I have to go back to this character. And I have to go to that. Oh, yeah. A lot of back and forth in this game. Well, we'll figure it out.
So how long have you been playing this game for?
I've been playing this game since shortly after release. I think was 2016.
Oh, not that bad.
And I'm not even close to like the highest level that there is, like with players. I mean, close in the matter of like 62 is close to 66, but to level up from one level to the next is just as long as it took you to get all the levels before it. No, it came out in 2014, so I probably started. I think it was late 2014. I probably started early 2015. No. I don't remember. There was because it was in Korea first. It came out in Korea first, and obviously I wasn't playing when it was in Korea. But if I go here, you can see my actual gameplay time, which I've been logged in, but doesn't mean I've been playing. I've been playing for, it says 35 days, 9 hours and 6 minutes. And I believe that's just this character. Yeah, because that's 35 days, 9 hours. I don't know if this resets when they just changed the company that was hosting the game. So there's a company that owns the game, and then a company that was producing the online servers and stuff like that. They just transferred it to the main company. Now runs everything, and I don't know if it reset that. But I definitely have like over a year's worth of hours on this game from just being logged in all the time, because I'm logged in pretty much 24/7. But yeah, you can AFK fish. So AFK fish, you just sit there on the water and fish until your pole breaks or your backpack fills up. And there's some settings that you can just throw away certain level fish who can just fish. I think I can fish for about 20 hours before I need to repair my fishing pole. So I go to bed, wake up, go to work, come back, and I'm still fishing. So definitely electric bill increase, but it does help you progress in the game monetarily while you're not actively playing, which is the only reason that I have.
I mean, what is the wattage of your computer?
Oh, my electric bill isn't very high, and you can minimize the game to tray, but I guess some people obviously cost a lot more. I don't see a change in my bill when I don't play the game. It's probably only a few dollars a month, especially since, like I said, I don't actively play as often as I would like, so it doesn't use as much electricity with the game. And other games don't use, like, if I'm playing Fortnite a lot lately, and Fortnite uses very little resources in my computer, so it doesn't really generate as much electricity wattage usage
I don't
as
really like Fortnite myself.
I like it because it's just I like the mindless play. I'm not good at it. I just enjoy, chatting with the people while I'm playing, and not having to think. Like, this game, like I said, is very intensive, so I lose focus, and then I just want to go shoot guns and zone out for a bit. Have anything else here?
I just don't like Fortnite because of how stupid it is.
Well, I mean, everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah.
I think, there's a lot of games that I just dislike immensely that a lot of people find popular. I've got friends that play Valorant.
For example.
Valorant, like, I just don't.
Definitely.
Valorant and Apex. Like, I have a friend who really wants me to play Apex, so I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. I'm just like, I'm not a fan of first-person shooters. Now, I like Fortnite because Fortnite isn't technically first person. It's a similar perspective to Black Desert here. Like, I can zoom in, but I'm not going to play the game like this. I like playing the over-the-shoulder game.
I don't mind Apex, but that's also because, there's a ton of different classes which actually have a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what put me off. We were talking about it. And I told him, like, when it first came out, there were like 4 or 5 classes, and I was like, that's dumb. I don't want to ever play that game. And I think that's like first impression just put me off. So
right now there's like 28 classes, I think.
Yeah. So obviously that's a pro in the pro column there. So I mean, he's convincing me. I'm going to get into it. I downloaded it. I haven't actually played a game yet. Similar to a lot of people I know.
The nice thing about it is Apex is also crossplay, so I could probably join you guys at some point.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a benefit. That's my wife and my son, we play Fortnite together sometimes, and one of them's playing on Switch and one of them's playing on Xbox, and then I'm playing on PC. So we somebody can play on the phone with us too, like it's
doesn't Apex
great.
have like a reduced not Apex, sorry, doesn't like a Switch and Xbox have reduced control quality to a PC?
Theoretically, I think I don't know. I don't really look into it, but I
don't keep up with that kind of
I
stuff?
don't know, but I know because I hear it, that people talk about it, and then there's memes and stuff. My sensitivity on the computer, I have to turn down to like 8 or 7% because I move too quickly. Like when I'm panning around, I can't aim as well because it's too sensitive. Whereas on the Xbox, like I think I'm better on the Xbox because there's more buttons closer together.
What? So you like Xbox because it also is reduced within the sensitivity area as well?
I think the sensitivity, it's good for the joysticks. So I think it works well with a higher sensitivity because of just the nature of pushing those buttons differently than, the mouse. I can literally throw it across the room. And I can only move a joystick that 1/4 inch that it will bend on the actual controller, so it has to have a higher sensitivity because it has a lower range of motion. But I like the Xbox controllers because the controllers have all the buttons right there in both hands, whereas on the computer I have to reach, or I have to have more nimble fingers where where I'm on the keyboard, or if I have, I'm not using it.
You could do on PC though, if you're not. If I don't have
I'd
a stroke, fuck's sake, I cannot talk today.
I'd have to get I'd have to get a mouse with more buttons on it. That would definitely help.
Either that, or you could make it to where you could reach all of the buttons that you need with like your thumb.
Yeah.
Because if you could set like the hotkeys to like Z, X, V, and B, you could probably do it plenty easy that way.
Yeah, I think so. But on the PC, like I'm just not as nimble. My fingers are not the way they're spread out to reach for keys is not as nimble as if they're bent, they're curled around a controller, you know? So I feel like
fair enough.
I'm better at the controller with key binds and stuff like that, like building and
So you see
shooting.
yourself like having more quality when you control and quality when your fingers are pretty tense.
Yes, but my aim is way better on the PC.
Well,
So
I mean, because you also have a higher degree of quality on a PC.
Oh yeah, and I spend way more time on a PC than I would ever on a controller. So you know.
So do you prefer to use a PC over a controller?
Yeah, I do. Even if I was like 100 times better, I just prefer the PC. Like, I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. I think it's just I'm used to it. That's all.
So it's just because of sheer time spent.
Yeah. And I think like if I could get more nimble fingers, and change my keybinds.
If you want to get more nimble fingers, I'm pretty sure what you could do is just do typing games.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yep. Oh, this is hard. There we go. Finally, all right, I got that tone. Yeah, so I think if I do some like finger exercises and stuff like that, obviously practicing. Like I don't practice the game, I just play the game. You know, I don't go in like a creative mode and try to just build stuff and practice like building, jumping, and stuff like that. I just go and play the game and fight people and practice as I play. You know, people that are really good at it, you can see they spend a lot of hours in a creative mode or practicing with their friends. And I'm just not like.
I mean, I feel like the best way to learn, especially in a competitive PvP game, is just to learn through repetition.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I fuck's sake, I cannot talk. Like, for example, when I play Apex, I go to the same places in general, so I can learn what items drop there consistently, and then I just get good with those items that drop consistently, and learn how players move in the game. And
right.
act.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Which I do through repetition.
Yeah. And that's the strategy you use, that you find successful. And like that's definitely anticipating an enemy player is one of the things that I try to focus on. So like whatever gun you get or whatever abilities you have, anticipating the player I think is like probably the most important thing. So if you can see where they're gonna, if you in your mind's eye you know where they're gonna go, you can try to counter it with whatever you have available.
Yeah.
I have to go now.
The interesting thing is when you as a person can understand how other people think, it helps a lot as well.
Yep. That being said, I play it for fun. I'm not trying to win any tournaments. I'm not really a competitive person by nature.
Whenever I play Apex, I don't play it to win. I just play it to play it, and I learn how people think as I play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not competitive, so I mean, obviously like to win. It's fun, but I don't cry. I don't cry or like give up because I lost. You know.
Whenever my team gets absolutely butchered and it's my fault, I'll apologize for it because that's still courteous.
Yeah. That's why I apologize ahead of time. Say, you know what, guys? I'm terrible. So I'm going to apologize now. Get out of the way. But no, yeah, it's definitely it can be more involved, but for me that game is it's a simple, fun game. Obviously, there are things that I dislike when you're getting into like random. I love playing random groups because I love talking to new people and stuff like that. But I hate random groups because I'll get the worst people ever. You know, so my block or mute list is ever increasing the more I play with random people, because there's some just awful human beings out there.
If you do like socializing, there is a game like VR Chat you could play and just meet and chat with people.
Yeah. I like that game just because of that aspect. Just chatting.
The entire purpose of VR Chat is just to go to worlds and chat, have fun, make a community, do whatever.
Yeah, what game? I'm sorry, I think I missed something that you said.
VR Chat.
Oh, VR Chat. Now I've seen there's some clips I get from, I don't remember what the gaming group is, but they do a lot of VR Chat stuff and they fool around, and it seems like a lot of fun. I don't know why I don't like VR, and I don't dislike it. I just don't like it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, VR Chat can be played on PC. You just kind of like lose some of the experience.
Yeah. One other game. Oh, I started playing Warzone because everybody tells me to play Warzone. I started playing that this year in January. I played like 2 matches, and then I played like two matches recently. And it requires less building skill, so my fingers don't need to be as nimble. But way more aiming skill. So I still have to
practice a lot
practice
more
that.
tactical capability as well.
Right, and you have to unlock loadouts and stuff, so you need to level up for that. And obviously, just starting, I'm like level 5 or 6 or something, so I can't do any of that important stuff. That's really, I guess, a major part of the game. Oh shoot, it's a boss. Is that a boss? Yeah, it's like a wandering boss. I can get away from it, actually. But yeah, like I started playing that, and that's similar, you know. I think you have a little older crowd, slightly older crowd than Fortnite, but again, you get the same you know, terrible people in there, because little kids aren't necessarily bad. They're just like rambunctious, and they like to say bad things just to be shock value, you know. Whereas when you're playing Warzone or whatever, a lot of the people there that you might group up with are just, you know, it's mean. They're just mean to be mean. You know, kids are mean because they think they're supposed to be, not because they think it's fun.
Kids are mean just to be mean, in the sense of they get annoyed when they lose.
Yeah, obviously the emotional control, which I don't hold against them, but you know, when people are like I don't mind swearing, I don't mind cussing, but when it's just overwhelming, like when there's just too much of it, it gets annoying. Like that's their language. It's like they choose to just swear all the time. It's not impressive. So like a lot of those games, I mute people just because they won't stop being offensive, just to be offensive. And again, like I said, like somebody says fuck or shit or whatever, I don't care. But like if you're saying it, yeah.
The more frustrated I become, the more often I swear.
Well, yeah, me too. I mean, me too. But you can sense that, and it's not, you know, the nuance of like, there's a reason for it. Not I'm doing it because you know, that's just my language. Yeah, that's just my language. I just swear all the time. That's not cool, you know. But when you're, you know, obviously to convey emotion and stuff, that's normal, I think. I don't know. I you know, have a different opinion on everything. I think about it way too much. But like when people, like I play with this younger kid. I play with him a lot in Fortnite. And he's a nice kid, but he starts getting, I'd say like influenced by other kids, or just, you know, he's picking up a habit. And I don't like it, you know. It's like you're picking up the wrong habits, like saying the wrong words. Like I don't like when people say anything about like sexuality and stuff like that, or like people's preferences and stuff like that. There's no reason to comment.
So like talking down about people's like sexuality, religion,
no,
like
not talking down about it, but bringing it up like as like when they get killed or something, they just say like gay or that, you know, like whatever. You know what I mean? I hate that.
That is so stupid.
Right. That's like 90s stuff. You know, when I was a kid in the 90s, that's what we did, and you know, that's not cool. You don't do that anymore.
Whenever I get killed out of bed, I just say, "Oh, fuck off."
Yeah.
Because
Fuck,
it's like
fuck all the way
how many
off.
times did you get there? I wasn't able to see you at all, and then I just get murked. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like fuck all the way off, you know? But yeah, you know, so those there's people like that like that's just how they come at you. I just mute them, block them, leave the group,
I
you
don't
know.
understand people who say like who get just murked and they say that you're just some gay dumb bitch. What
Yeah.
the hell do you mean by that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's unnecessary. Like just toxic behavior in general. Like
Yeah.
oh, you know, they're gonna go over there and like teabag on your corpse when they beat you. It's like they're not even that good, you know? Like if you're doing it to your friend.
I get the teabag out of the that shit's humorous.
I don't know. I'm just not in. I'm like, all right, I beat you. You know what though? 2 seconds ago, if I didn't see you there, you would have got me first, you know? But that's not really the that's not really like the whole encompassing theme that I'm getting at. It's more just the toxicity, like you're garbage, you're trash. It's like, all right, but like then they beat you and you're like, what the fuck? That's good ass, you know, like they're negative either way, you know what I mean? So if you're playing with your friends, that's different. Like I love ragging on my friends, but
Something
you know.
I will admit though is whenever I am like on a fucking roll, I boast out the ass.
Yeah. Gotta get to town.
Because something like so I killed like 5 people in a row. The next person I killed was just like, lay the fuck down and die. That's like the type of personality I have.
Yeah, when you're in the zone. Okay, that's where we're going. Going to Tarif.
So do you prefer games where you can grind, or like are grindy games, or do you prefer games where you can just like chill and do whatever the fuck?
I think every game is a grind in a different way, because you need to either level up, or you need to do missions, or you need to gather materials.
I guess I should say it's more like a mindless game.
Yeah.
Than it is like a thing that takes concentration.
I like so this game being a grind that it is. I like that I can just do other things. So I can be like, all right, you know what? I want to make some money.
That game offers.
Yeah, I like the just the variance, the whole variable of doing different things if I want, and I tend to not, but I like having the option. So I could be like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna actually, I'm gonna go barter. You know, I'm gonna get on my ship. I'm gonna go around and make some money, and then there'll be times where I'm like, all right, I have 4 billion silver, which is it's a lot, but it's not really a lot in the grand scheme of things. And I'll be like, all right, let me try to advance my my gear, and then I just lost everything. Like last week or the week before, I did that. I spent like 4 billion and literally got nowhere and lost value on other items because I destroyed some things. So I'm like, that was not fun at all. Why did I do that? And every time I do it, I say the same thing, and I never learn my lesson.
You got angry at your own stupidity at that point.
Yeah, and it is a major part of the game. Like you don't have to, but you kind of have to do that to advance. But the other option is to just save the money and try to buy the next level up, which is, for me, I don't play enough to do that. So the risk of, just keeping my backups, my main gear and stuff, trying not to lose that, and then going for the risk of building a new item that's higher level is kind of worth it.
Able to be paid to
win? Would I consider what?
Some parts of this game to be pay to win.
Oh yes, definitely. You don't have to. You can advance to the same level as everyone else, but not nearly as quickly if you don't put money into it.
I have a game to suggest to you if you like semi-mindless games with a bit of grinding skill to do.
What's that?
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks. I have World of Tanks. Guess how many times I've played it?
How many?
0. I have
You've never played it, but you have it.
I have it, and I have a friend who begged me to get it. Actually, haven't talked to him in a while. Let's see. I'm gonna just send. That reminds me. I'm just sending him a message. See if he's doing all right. And he keeps asking me to play with him. I think he plays mobile, but you can cross-platform.
Oh, he plays on Blitz.
Yeah, but I think you can cross-platform. I think.
You can't. You will. I mean, you kind of can, but you can't.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we didn't really get into it because I downloaded it, and he wanted me to play.
Okay, so like for example, if you download World of Tanks Blitz, you can play with other people who play Blitz.
Mhm.
However, if you download World of Tanks, you're playing with other people on PC.
Mhm. I have the one. I have the one on Steam, whatever one that is. Again.
Oh, the one on Steam is Blitz.
Yeah, so I have not played at all yet.
Okay, cool. Well, at least you can play with your buddy on mobile. However, if you want to get like the actual PC version, so you can actually get a lot more competitive. And well, it's not competitive, but
Challenging.
if you want to be competitive, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want some more challenge, you could get the PC version. But I will admit, low tier, once you get to about like tier 3, 4, and 5, oh no, tier 4 and 5 are very grindy and gonna frustrate you a lot because because tier 1 through 5, it's whoever hits who first wins.
Mhm. Okay. So I know I've seen videos on the game, and a lot of people play. Actually, no, I have a coworker who plays it too, so he'd probably be excited if I played that. But I've seen a lot of videos, and I do like the more modern kind of war games, but not too modern. So they're tanks from all eras and stuff is kind of cool. I do like more historical stuff than
World of Tanks goes all the way up to, I believe, the Vietnam War, and then that's when it stops.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, just in general, like most of the stuff is going to be historical, and I do enjoy that more than, like Warzone is more like now, and I like the fantasy and sci-fi stuff that's more in the past, like steampunk stuff, but it's more like mixed with.
Ooh, steampunk. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you gotten? Ooh, if you like steampunk, have you gotten the airship builders on Steam?
No, I have not. Let's see.
It's either called Airship Builders or like Airship Dynasty, something like that. But it's a build your own airship game, and I think you might quite like that.
I'm gonna go look right now. What it called? Something airship?
Airship something. I don't remember.
Just type in airship, should come up.
Alright. Let me see what results you get. Or let me hear, I should say, not see.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Steam to open up there.
Yep.
Okay, there's VR Zeppelin airship trips. There's Airship Dragon. There's Airship Designer. There's Airship Commander.
It either is Airship Commander or Designer.
Airship Commander looks like you do fight other airships. Yeah, Airship Dragoon is not anything. Okay.
Airship Command, the airship game that I'm talking about. You build your own airships, and then it's like a very pixely kind of looking game.
You have like little robot servos that work on your airships.
I think. I don't remember.
Eh,
I haven't. If there is, I haven't. I haven't used them in the game myself.
it doesn't have many reviews, but that's fine. And it does have a VR version coming out, or have VR supported.
The one I'm talking about doesn't have a VR version.
Well, it's not yet. It says coming soon. I don't know. Let me type it in here.
The one that I'm talking about is like a 2D airship game. You could try typing in steampunk.
Airship Conquer the Skies. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Airship Conquer the Skies. Uh-huh. Yep. It's like Terraria with airships.
Thing.
Alright, look for that. Interesting.
Oh, I think if you want, you could try watching the preview and then tell me what you think.
It's interesting. Add it to the list of a million games that I never get to play.
Which ones?
My friends are asking when I'm coming back to Valheim too. Like I haven't played Valheim in a few weeks.
Oh,
And-
Valheim. Yeah, that game sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely is fun. Again, too many games. It's hard. They're like, "Hey, are you okay? How's it going?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just haven't played. Just can't get in there."
I'm fine. I just got too much to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually downloaded a game. So I just bought a game on Steam that let me go to my library here. That it's a Sega Genesis game. And I haven't played the game since I had a Sega Genesis, so probably like 1997. Like I haven't played this game, and I just downloaded a game that I know I enjoyed when I was playing on Sega. So I'm like, let's play that. I'm gonna play a game that came out in the 90s. Before I play a game that just came out this year.
I do suggest you check out that airship game to see if it floats your boat, though.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It looked cool. You kind of like piece it together, and then you fly around shooting at the other airships. And
There's a campaign that you could do. I'm pretty sure you can do campaign, skirmish, or creative in that.
Yeah. Blue light will appear in the middle of the room. Next 10 seconds. Flame will appear, which you must attack each time. If you are successful in hitting the blue flame enough times, you'll receive a notification at the top to say that you've broken the seal. So I have to do this, and then I have to hit this thing as many times as I can. I don't see it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it. I can't even see the damn thing.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, it's like appears around the room. Oh, it's hard to. I should have got my main character to do this. Uh oh. Come on, hit it. Hit it. Come on, hit it. This character's too slow. Ah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Discord means, I got disconnected out of the blue, and Discord basically did it by itself.
Okay. It happens. Yeah. Shoot, I just failed. I'm gonna have to do this with my main character. This character's just too slow. Darn.
Oh well.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna have to travel. Like, oh man, that's annoying.
How long did it take you to get there?
Probably, let's see, probably 10 minutes. So maybe a little over 10 minutes there and back. So maybe I say 12 minutes total. But this character's much further away, so it's gonna take me longer to get over there. I just was using the character that was right there. Okay. The energy. So I need energy. I have enough. Okay.
I mean, what is your main character? Someone who's capable of doing rain?
Yeah, my main character is just faster with attacks and stuff, so like she can cover. She also has like area effect attacks that will cover the whole room. You have to hit that little blue flame in the room. And that character that I was just playing has range, like a range and little area of effect, but the attack takes a long time to finish. So if the thing moves, it's like about to move again before I get the attack off. So you have to hit it so many times before it disappears. Where am I gonna go here?
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean I should have been able to complete it there. I didn't really realize how hard it was gonna be. So now I'm gonna just be much more careful when I do it with this character. I think I might actually take a break while I go grab the tome, and then I'll take a break. I gotta paint something outside, because I'm gonna do some model painting. Gotta spray paint some stuff while it's still nice out.
Ooh, wait, what model are you painting?
Just some miniatures, some like gaming miniatures.
For like what game?
Well, I was gonna probably just do my D&D character first.
Ooh, D&D, nice. I thought you were gonna play some Warhammer or something like that.
Yeah, Warhammer as well. I play Warhammer. Whenever I get a chance, I have some Warhammer models to put together and stuff. I don't know if...
What models are they like Brotherhood of... Not Brotherhood of Steel, fuck me. Are they like...
Wrong game. I play orcs and goblins.
Ah, nice.
So I play goblins in fantasy, and I play orcs.
Are they like a shooter boy?
Are they what?
Are they like a shooter boy?
I couldn't hear that.
Are they like a shooter boy?
Oh, shooter boys. I don't know what I wanted to paint. I wanted to paint my grots probably for 40k. My little goblin guys. But I don't know. I haven't taken them out of the box for a while because I haven't been able to play with everything going on. And D&D we've been playing digitally, remotely anyway, so don't know if I even need to paint that character. But for when we are back in person, yeah.
However, I don't think spray paint would have been the best choice, but you can do whatever you want to do.
Oh, I gotta base coat it, spray paint, so gotta...
So you're just going to do the fuck me. Base coat at the moment.
Yeah, I gotta put some sand on the base, so I gotta glue some sand down on the base to do the base, and then spray paint the base coat so that I can actually paint the regular colors on.
Having a lot of strokes around you.
It happens, man. My brain sometimes goes in a different direction, or I've been having a lot of trouble remembering the word that I want to say.
Let me tell you before you get concerned at all. Whenever I say I'm having a stroke, I just mean I can't talk at all.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're not having a real stroke, because that's serious.
Nah. I'm too young for that.
Yeah, knock on wood, man. But yeah, I mean, I haven't painted in so long, and all my stuff's packed up except for a few D&D figures. So I thought I'd start with that because they're available, and I play D&D. But I haven't played 40k in a long time, and I haven't even read the new rulebook. So I don't know when I'm gonna play that. So I might just like hold off on those.
Do you think you'd ever try the Tyranids?
Would I play Tyranids? I did play Tyranids in 2nd edition, but I don't think I would play them again.
Why did you not like them?
I don't not like them. It's just I can't afford to play every race and faction, so I've been playing orcs. Yeah, I've been playing orcs forever. My cousin actually started with orcs. I started Blood Angels, and then I just took over the orcs and got rid of the Blood Angels. Then I bought a whole new Blood Angel army. Never put it together, and then just sold it again. So I'm just sticking with the orcs.
Well, you don't find Space Marines that interesting? Or is it just you can't find the commitment to do them?
I think it's, again, just consolidating. They had a lot of armies for every game, and I just kind of, let's focus on one, because I haven't even finished putting together the models that I have for the one army yet, you know? It's too many hobbies. I'm trying to just condense, consolidate, save space, and maybe a little bit of money over time.
I mean, do what you love, man.
Can't afford. You know, just do the one. Like, I really do like the orcs and goblins, and
But
goblins in fantasy, or orcs in
as a
40k.
pipe dream, how much money do you hope to be able to be making from Twitch?
I'm sorry, what?
As a pipe dream, how much money do you hope you'll be making from Twitch?
Oh, as a pipe dream? Just saying, if that's all I did, and like what would be the amount to make me quit my job, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, if you did this as a job.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm working on not having to work full time as it is. So once I get that level, I would say, my goodness, I'm stuck here. Get off the boat. I don't need to make as much as I'm making when I'm working full time right now. So I'm trying to go, like I said, I'm trying to go part time. So if I went part time, that would probably only be like, I don't know, 20, 27, 30,000 a year, something like that.
Huh. If you were able to make, like, let's say, $6,000 a month doing Twitch, would you be funny happy doing that?
That'd be, 72,000 a year. That'd be more than double what I need. It'd be too much. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
I mean, you could do things like what Mr. Beast does at that point.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely, I love Mr. Beast because he's so charitable and stuff. That's like an awesome goal.
I mean, considering how many views his YouTube videos bring him, and he's making loads of money and he doesn't know what the fuck to do with it, yeah, might as well be charitable.
Right, exactly. Yeah. No, I definitely respect that.
If I was able to make like $4,000 a month, I'd open my own business, no problem, and then bring in more money doing that, and then probably quit my current job.
Yeah. That's a goal. I would definitely not need that much because I live frugally. I don't live that, nothing expensive and stuff. What's that?
Do you think you live frivolously at that point?
Hold on, sometimes I gotta change the sound settings, and that's too loud.
Do you think you'd live frivolously? God, at that point.
I don't think so. I mean, it may be certain things. Like there's, I mean, probably certain aspects that I would definitely, see a change. But well, I think overall it'd be pretty much the same. Probably like, okay, let's.
At that point, you'd be part of the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, let's, instead of chicken nuggies, let's get a chicky sandwich.
Yeah.
No. Okay, where is this guy? I have to go across the desert. I forgot. Yeah, no, Mr. Beast, man. Regardless of how much he's actually keeping for himself, it's really cool what he does. And I'm sure it's part of how he actually makes as much as he does is because people like watching that stuff.
I just find it interesting how you wouldn't live like a rich man if you were able to live 7,000 a month.
Well, he's only in his 20s. Maybe he doesn't really know what living like a rich man is. I don't know. I don't know.
I was more talking about you.
Me? Oh,
Yeah. If you were gonna make like 7,000, why wouldn't you?
nah. I mean, if I made a lot of money, I would definitely take care of my family. You know, like, that you take care of the people that helped you out. Like I've had a rough go at it. So, um, just in a spot now where I'm comfortable, not being financially comfortable, but being comfortable where I don't have to worry about. If I lost my job right now, I'd be okay for a few months. You know, a lot of people can't do that. But I definitely take care of my family.
Is if you're able to like treat your family, but make sure that your kids don't get spoiled. Like you get what
Yeah,
I mean. Like
yeah,
don't eventually turn into a Karen.
yeah. No, I mean, I think that's too late for that that part of it because I didn't have much. My grandmother spoiled me when I was growing up, and I'm definitely spoiling my son as much as I can.
Yeah, just make sure you don't spoil them rotten.
Yeah, there's a line there. I gotta make sure we stay within that. What is this item?
Because the worst thing that can happen is when someone gets spoiled rotten is they turn into someone who's entitled, and that's the worst you can happen. That can happen.
Yeah,
Because once you get entitled, there really ain't much coming back from that.
correct. Yeah, I mean that's one thing too. Like growing up the way I did is you can tell the people very easily who don't have the same I'd say like tact or I don't know. There's a word I can't think of it right now. Um, self-awareness. Like people that like take things for granted.
Yeah. But
Hey, this.
at the same point, within that same point, it's nice to be spoiled
Oh
as
yes,
long as you know how to take your own limit.
yeah. I have a bot in my chat here saying that want to become famous by followers, primes, and viewers on bigfollows.com. I want to buy fame because that's how that works.
Buying fame is not what you do. That's just how you become one of those. That's just how you become a Kenner. Like,
Pretty much. So yeah, you like Apex. What else do you play any MMOs or anything like this?
the only MMO that I've actually been playing recently is Realm of the Mad God.
Realm of the Mad God. Okay. I think I saw that
It's
game recently, but
it's like a free 8-bit game that I find a hell of a lot of fun playing.
oh yeah. Yeah,
Especially considering how it costs 500 megabytes.
yeah. And like
Or if not smaller.
I downloaded that old Sega game, so I'm definitely having the 8-bit like nostalgia vibes. I'm like wanting to play those games that I played when I was a kid. They were too. Some of these games were too hard. Like I conceptually couldn't. I don't think figure out what was going to be the next thing to do to unlock in the game. Like I didn't understand. So now I think I want to go in there and play the game again, understanding how, just understanding language better, so I can maybe beat these games. There's a couple Nintendo games. There's a couple Sega games that I'm probably gonna try to play through and beat. gonna try to finish this part of this quest and then take a break and go paint that stuff. It will appear. For the next 10 seconds, small blue flame will appear in the room. You have to attack each time. You'll get a notification. Okay, that.
Yes. Yes.
Black Spirit.
Fuck's sake. There is no burrito in the
What?
because they fell out of the bag. They're burritos.
Which ones are they?
Don't know.
Oh crap.
Don't ask me. I didn't eat any of them.
Then what did you microwave earlier?
I microwaved the pizza. I ate that.
I know.
Make him tone back. Wait a minute.
Oh. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Nah, no worries. I think... I don't know. This tome, I don't think I had to run across the desert to get it again. I had to get it originally from the desert. Let's see if we can get it an easier way here. I don't know what's going on here.
Wait, are you using horses to get across the desert?
I not currently, but I did. I had my donkey because I don't want to leave it behind.
Use a horse to get across the desert. It's preferable to use a camel.
It is preferable to use camel, but I don't even know where my camels are. I'm not worried about it.
Fair, considering how
Where is this?
camels are able to go carry more weight, especially on sand, and not sink as much. But
yeah.
If you're not traveling by sand and you're traveling by the dirt roads, presumably that are made, then yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm just crossing the desert right through the middle.
Nice.
Actually, this character I left my horse behind, so I'm actually run faster than the horse in the desert anyway.
I believe this conversation has ended, correct?
Sure.
All right, then I'll catch you later.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's good talking to you. I will be logging out for a little bit, anyway, and then I'm going to be going to paint, and then I'll be back later on to paint.
Well, I'm glad I was able to provide some extra entertainment to you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sayonara.
Take it easy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Gotta get across this desert. And then all the way back again. Who was the guy? I don't know where this guy is. Just got it from him. Okay. Zahad. Zahad. There he is. Smuggler. Ah, he's only out at night. Awesome. Alright, well, we still have to get over there. So, we have our UI off. Tell what time it is in the day. Put that back on. Boom. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a while till nighttime in the game. And we can only get that from a guy who comes out at night-ish. So we will just get over there, and I will log out for the day. And I'll be back later. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon.